Hi, this is Pallavi Verma, and in my previous video we have seen how we can create a custom linked list which is not referring Java util linked list. So first I'll run this and we have to see that how we can reverse the linked list. So currently we are getting 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when we will reverse it, it should be 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So the idea is to just play with the references. So let's start. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a method. Let's say it's public void reverse. And what exactly I'm going to do is, so the plan is I'm making it the 0 as my current node, and I will also secure its next node, which is 1. And then I will play with the reference and I will reverse the reference. And then I'll make this 0 as my previous node and 1 as the current node. And similarly, once the 1 is the current node, I'm going to make it this as the next node and I'm going to secure this node 2. And then I'm going to reverse the pointer or the reference of 1. And then I will make it as the previous. So let's just check how we can do it. So I already have a class node. So I'm going to have a pointer of type node. Let's say it's prep. Initially it will be null. And the one thing that I said, we need a current pointer and we need to secure the next pointer also. So for this, I'm going to have one, let's say current, and that will start from head. And I'm going to iterate till I reach to the end of the linked list. So it's going to be until my current is not equals to null. So I have my previous pointer, I have my current pointer, and I have to secure the next pointer. So let's say it's going to be a temp or maybe next, you can say. Then current dot get next pointer. So this class I have already implemented in my previous video. So from here only I'm getting all this get next pointer and data and the head. So using this I have secured the next pointer. Now the next challenge is, since we have to reverse this, which means the 0 should point to null. So its next pointer should be null, and currently current is pointing to 0. So we can say that, okay, current dot set next pointer, which is nothing but our previous pointer, which is currently pointing to null. Now what we need is, in the second iteration our current should be 1, which means we have to play with the previous pointer and the current pointer. Now the previous pointer will become current pointer and current pointer will become temp. So what these two lines says is, when it says previous is equals to current, which means now previous will point to 0 and current will point to 1. So the next iteration, the 1 is not equals to null. So of course it is not equal to null. Now it will come here and temp will secure the next pointer, which is nothing but 2. And now it will say that, okay, for the current, which is 1, set the next pointer as previous. So what's our previous? Previous is 0. So now the hierarchy something is like this, which is 0 is pointing to null and your 1 is pointing to 0. So we can say that, okay, now 1 is pointing to 0 and 0 is pointing to null. So this is how we are playing with the references and we are reversing the references. So in the last iteration, when current is equals to 4, which is of course not equals to null, it will secure its next pointer. So 4 is currently pointing to null and current will set its previous value, which is nothing but 3. So the previous will become 3 and current will become temp, which is nothing but null. So in this case, when current will become null, Of course, it's going to terminate it. And now we have to set its header, because head always points to its first element, so which is nothing but the previous element. So all looks okay. Now I should call this reverse method and print it. So let's say I'll just keep the separator. Okay, so I'm going to call this reverse, and I'll print this linked list. So let's run. So this is how you can create a custom linked list without Java util package, and you can also reverse a linked list.